What's up YouTube? Midnitekrawlr back up in this piece, and it's that time for a pickups video for the month of January 2021. First one of the year, and before I kick things off, check out this really awesome The Blind Woman's Curse t-shirt, courtesy of Fast Custom Shirts. I really dig it, and I hope Crazy T-Shirt Joe puts out more shit like this in the future. Alright, let's kick things off with the horror, like we usually do, and not really sure if this fits the horror category per se, but I think there is some horror elements since it deals with yokai. The Great Yokai War. This is directed by Takashi Miike, one that I really needed for the collection. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and it's always piqued my interest. Scooped it up on the cheap for a brand new copy. I got it for like $5 on Amazon, and I'm really looking forward to checking it out, man. Yeah, I think Chiaki Kuriyama, she's also in this. Not not sure how big her role is, but anytime she's in a film, it spices things up for me. So yeah, really looking forward to checking that one out. Next up, it's Ido or ID or Id. Not so sure about that pronunciation on the title, but in Japanese it's pronounced Ido. This is directed by Kei Fujiwara, who also directed Oregon from 1996, which I recently watched for the first time. Wow, blew me away. It's a really messed up flick and just awesome though. And this one is more of the same. Some familiar faces that were also in Oregon are in this, and this one's just as batshit crazy. Haven't finished it yet. I am halfway, and I'm really digging it. Next up, we have Maribito. This is directed by Takashi Shimizu, who you all know from the Ju-On films, and he also did a pretty good one, Reincarnation, which I really recommend. Now, Maribito stars as a lead actor in this Shinya Tsukamoto, which is freaking awesome, man. He does a great job. This movie is a total mindfuck, and you also get a really cool scene, which is like an ode to the Mountains of Madness, some H.P. Lovecraft in there. But highly recommend this movie. Damn good. Really enjoyed it. All right, next up, we have The Last Supper. Now, this is a movie that I've always wanted to check out. I remember a lot of people picking it up like back in the YouTube days, and I finally got around to finding a cheap copy on Amazon for like $3 and change. And yeah, I just realized that Hitomi Miwa is also in this, who I'm a big fan of. She also starred in Ju-On, The Curse, Yakuza Hunters, The Duel, and one of my personal favorites, Crazy Lips, man, which is a sleazy, damn good time. But aside from Hitomi Miwa, this is based on the novel by Kei Oishi, who also wrote Ju-On. So, really cool backstory to this film. Can't wait to check it out. All right, next up, it's going to be Devilman. Devilman is based on I believe, a manga. There's some early anime as well out there. And I have seen Netflix, they put out Devilman Crybaby like 2019, which was an excellent anime series. I really dug it. But I never got around to checking out this live adaptation. And it was recommended by a friend on the Facebook group Asian Cinema Takeout, DJ Boy 3275, and this was actually voted the worst movie ever made in Japan. They voted for this movie. So I was a bit hesitant, but I pulled the trigger, said let's just give it a shot. And you know what? It wasn't that bad. You know, the CG is pretty hit or miss, but there still was a decent enough story in this to not be a total flop. So I thought this one was just okay. All right, we're gonna move on to some South Korean horror, and we have The Divine Fury. Now, this one always piqued my interest when I've seen people post that they've seen it, but I never really dug in too much into it. So when I went into this, I basically went in blind. Come to find out, it's a demon and exorcism movie, which was like, what? There is some action, but towards the end. But man, this is a complete package. Just some really damn good stuff in this, man. So if you're a fan of demons, some exorcism films, and a bit of action towards the end, yeah, check this out, man. Really good stuff. Really dug it. And next up, we have a movie from Hong Kong. We have Vampire Hunters, aka the era of the vampire, I believe. But This one is produced by Choi Hark, and he's just an awesome director, and whatever he's behind, he's just awesome. But I was really curious about this one. As you see, it has vampires in there, some martial arts as well, I'm sure. Can't wait to check it out. Now, I do want to say that this is a cut version. The only way to get the complete one is if you pick up the Singaporean release, which is like 19 minutes longer. And yeah, I'm never gonna get around to that. But I heard, regardless, this cut is still pretty cool. So really looking forward to checking it out. And there you go. Now we're gonna move back to the western part of the country, and we have The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2. Now this is a Walmart pickup my sister hooked me up with, and I've never seen The Conjuring 2, so I'm really looking forward to checking that out. I'll probably make it a double feature though, so we'll wait for one of these weekends to get around to that. So there you go. And next up, from another Walmart pickup my sister hooked me up with, is The Stand. I haven't seen this miniseries in forever. To be honest, I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but really cool to add this to my Stephen King collection. It was lacking. Next up, we have Shutter Island. Shutter Island is, I had to pick this up because I'm picking up anything Martin Scorsese did. So, I have a nice collection of his stuff. But I actually saw this one in theaters like years ago. And, well, when it came out, obviously. But, yeah, I haven't seen it forever. And really look forward to giving it another shot, as well as adding it to the Martin Scorsese collection. Next up, we have Soul Survivors Killer Cut. Now, this is one that I thought I didn't own. Come to find out, I did, but this copy was in better condition, so it was an upgrade of sorts, and I gave the other copy away to a friend. But yeah, this one, it's not the greatest, but I used to be a big Eliza Dushku fan back in the days. Nowadays, not so much, but still a great cast, and the movie's but I'll give it another shot. It's been forever since I revisited it, so yeah. And Christmas present from my younger brother, we have Stranger Things. I believe this was a Target exclusive. And yeah, you guys all know, I'm not going to bust this out. You guys have all seen this, but really cool of him to hook me up with this. I do enjoy the series on Netflix. And yeah, let's continue on with the non-horror pickups. We're going to start off with some Japanese stuff. And first up, we have the one from Rokuro Mochizuki from Arts Magic DVD, which was actually, this DVD was included in a box set similar to the Takashi Miike Omnibus, but it's almost impossible to find on eBay and Amazon nowadays. So I went ahead and I'm going to pick up the DVDs one by one. There's only 4, so it's nothing crazy like the Omnibus, the Takashi Miike one. So pick this one up, Another Lonely Hitman. Amazing stuff, man. Just some really good character development. Yakuza gets released from jail like so many years later, and everything's changed, man, and it's just some really good stuff. This is kind of like in the vein of the Outrage films, but just not so over the top, but some really good stuff here. Really enjoyed this one. And I picked up another Rokuro Mochizuki DVD, and that's going to be Onibibi, The Fire Within. So a bit of the same old from the first film that I showed, Another Lonely Hitman, but this one, it's not the exact same thing, of course. Does things a little bit different. I found this one to be a bit more tedious. I didn't really care too much for the characters like I did the first film I watched, but it's still really damn good. Some really good stuff in here. Dug it. Can't wait to check out his other films. There's 2 more to go. Be picking those up very soon. And I also picked up a nice little box set, Criterion box set from my brother from another mother, Dave K. This is a Akira Kurosawa film set, which has Yojimbo and Sanjuro. I did watch Yojimbo for the very first time. I really enjoyed it, man. It's really cool to know where this right here, the was it Fistful of Dollars? I think it was based on that movie. But really cool stuff, man. I can't wait to check out Sanjuro. I'll be getting to that very soon. But yeah, cool, man. I need to check out more of his stuff now that I have that. All right, let's jump into some Hong Kong and China stuff. We have Paradox. Now this is SPL Part 3, and this movie is just amazing. Louis Koo, he just steals the show. Man, he's just phenomenal in this. You also get Tony Jaa as well. But Louis Koo, he plays like a Hong Kong cop or a Chinese cop who his daughter gets kidnapped in Thailand, so he goes on a journey to go rescue her, and in the process finds out about some crooked cops are partaking in some organ harvesting and blah 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 blah. But it's just so damn good, man. Paradox, definitely highly recommend this shit. Violent action. Speaking of some action, we have Fist of Legend. This is a Dragon Dynasty release, which I was really stoked to finally pick up. I'll be picking up some more in the near future because I really need to beef up that collection. But Jet Li, just amazing in this. I believe this is a remake of sorts from the Fist of Fury from Bruce Lee. But this is so damn good, man. It's been forever since I caught this, and just enjoyed it, man. So damn good. All right, speaking of Jet Li, we also have Badges of Fury, which I thought this was going to be a straight up action flick, but come to find out it's more of a comedy action flick, with comedy being the main focus. It is a bit over the top, reminiscent of some Stephen Chow films, but still really fun stuff. I really enjoyed this one. 7 out of 10 if I had to rate it. All right, Wolf Warrior 2 is next, and this has Jackie Wu, Mr. Wu Jing. Actually, Wu Jing does have a cameo in Badges of Fury, but he's a lead actor in this, and man, he is just phenomenal in this. I really enjoyed the first one, but I thought part 2 was a lot better. Just a bit more over the top, more violent action. Just well, man, I'm not sure about the violent action. I think it's about the same, but still just a bit more over the top. You got some people in tanks in this, just blowing shit away, but lots of fun. Wolf Warrior 2 didn't disappoint. All right, next up we have Kung Fu Traveler with Tiger Chen. I haven't seen many of his films, but I did catch one recently, which I was surprised he was in. It was a flick from what country was it from? I can't remember. But regardless, Kung Fu Traveler, Tiger Chen, cheesy popcorn flick. The CG is atrocious in the beginning of the film. Aliens are taking over the world, and the last outpost is in China, and they have to go back in the past to learn a martial arts skill in order to take them out. Yes, that's the premise. But still, I dug it. It's fun. And there's a part 2 out there that's on Tubi. I'll be checking that out very soon. All right, nearing the end, we have one from Taiwan. I've been watching a lot of Taiwanese films lately, and Black and White, The Dawn of Assault. Yes. This one is a long film. It's about 2.5 hours long, but don't let that discourage you. The time flies. It's an action comedy of sorts. Kind of reminiscent of. Oh man, I'm gonna have a brain fart here. Of the Jackie Chan with Chris Tucker films. You know what I'm talking about. And I can't. I don't know why it's not coming to me, but it's kind of reminiscent of those films, like a Lethal Weapon kind of flick, where a cop he gets assisted by a criminal, and the duo take on the bad guys. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's over the top and just cheesy action, especially towards the end when there's a plane involved. Okay, finally we're going to finish things off with Keanu, which I thought was just a blast. I've always wanted to check this out, so I found it at Dollar Tree, and it didn't disappoint. Lots of fun. So that's gonna be it, guys, for my recent pickups for January 2021. Hope to see you guys again soon. My mouth is twisting like crazy. I better end this now. Peace.